Okay, this talk is about finding your voice. Um, if you were going to consider yourself running a business, are you going to be circumspect in what you say? In other words, I better watch everything I say because it's going to reflect on my business. And if I say the wrong thing, I'm going to lose customers, lose business, lose money, lose my business, lose my house, lose my wife, lose my family, and lose my life. Finding your voice is getting past all of these filters about worrying what other people think. That is the number one reason people don't tell you what they really feel, because of fear that you'll judge them, that they're going to look at you and not like you. So people don't speak with their voice. They speak with what people want to hear. So, number one, why do you want to have your real, authentic voice? Why are you here? I mean, why are you here on planet Earth today? Some people say the reason that you're here on planet Earth is to walk very softly. In other words, to eat vegetarian diet, be very environmentally friendly, and basically don't do anything here on the planet to damage it. Walk lightly, and then when you leave, maybe cremate your body and use it to fertilize a tree or something. Other people say the reason I'm here on planet Earth is to leave a big legacy. In other words, I have got to create something bigger than me that is going to live longer than me. Some people say just having a family is what does that, because then you've got descendants who are going to continue on. But these other people say, no, I want to create something, maybe a new museum, a new scientific discovery. Some people say it's got to be a business enterprise. Somebody says maybe it's going to be art, music. What is it? But your own voice is hampered because of what are they going to think of me if I actually speak my truth? It's fear. It's fear, and it's fear of judgment, and fear that somebody who's important that could help you in your career is going to hear it and not like you anymore and decide, sorry, you don't cut it with me. So there is a big risk at speaking your truth. If you think that your boss is watching your YouTube channel or something. The benefit of speaking your truth is, what is it that you're going to leave behind? Some people who heard your words, I suppose, and judge them this way or that way. If you've got YouTube, no one knows if YouTube is going to be around in even 5 years. Something could happen and they could get bought out by a crazy group from Saudi Arabia who don't believe in free speech, and they just shut down all the computers. I mean, Saudi Arabia's got unbelievable amount of money. Just imagine. They buy YouTube and they shut it down. All my content, sorry, could be gone tomorrow. You don't own YouTube. You don't own it, and it could be shut down tomorrow. So, if you're thinking that you're leaving something lasting here on YouTube, maybe it'll be around in the archives in 250 years, and no one knows. Your authentic voice is the voice without distortion. What are distortions? Primary things are your culture, your cultural beliefs that you learned when you were young and you were impacted by fear of not getting it right. And sometimes people will tell you things when they're drunk that they will deny they said when they're sober the next day. How do you get to your real, authentic voice? As I say in so many of my videos, you need inner silence. The way you get inner silence is you must meditate and meditate and meditate. I told someone today that in order to get into a good inner silence state, many years ago I found that weed helped. Does it help me now? Not for inner silence, no. Does it help at all? Yes, sometimes it helps me with the aches and pains of my old bones. But, I'm not on weed right now, just so you know. And am I speaking my authentic truth? Yes, because I've got inner silence. In other words, there's not a bunch of thoughts bouncing around. What should I choose, this word or that subject? It's silent inside, and what's coming out is it distorted? It has to be put into English. And English has got distortions built into it. The distortions built into English are me and you. In other words, it's not a language of oneness. It's a language of you, me, them, we, those kind of things. So it's not a unitary language. So everything does get distorted because you have to say I and you. Someone else wants to say there's other distortions built into it because of the word meanings, and if you don't understand the word, you might get the wrong meaning from it, or some words have multiple meanings and you might not pick up the original meaning. One enlightenment teacher said, that's also interesting because as you raise your consciousness, you can read something that before you thought you knew what it meant. You read it again and you go, wow, I remember the old days I read this and it meant this, but now I'm seeing new meanings that I wasn't ready for way back then. Never smile at a crocodile. See you later, alligator. Why would you, despite having a business, want your authentic truth? Because if you were to leave the business, wouldn't you want to have a record of you speaking the truth?